This is Chris.
This is Chelsea.
And this is aleandaida episode 16.
And that's Bowser.
And this is Bowser.
This is our Flosstube where we talk about what we're stitching and what we're drinking. So let's just show Bowser off first.
I'm going to grab it. It's going to move. Sorry. That's
There
Bowser. By request, lots of people have said that they really want to see our dog. Sorry.
Yeah, so he's a
Grumbly.
he's a basset hound, and he's like he's very vocal.
Yes.
And that's not him growling, that's just him talking.
He's just grumbling.
Yeah. So there he is. There's Bowser. So
this is it. So
your spot.
We talked about moving last, and we have not moved. This is not where we're living.
We've not moved all the way.
No, we wanted to make sure that we weren't trying to sell a house and homeschool kids and running in and out. And if somebody wanted to look at the house, then be having to like get two kids and a dog and go somewhere. And
in COVID, when everything's still restricted, and
so we're kind of in just like I'm going to call it a transitional period where we're just, this is where we're at, and this is where we're filming right now, and we have a new background. And
yeah, so we were able to, move all the essentials into a spot that's big enough for the 5 of us. And some of our stuff is in storage, but everything we absolutely need is here with us. And we're making it home for a time as we sell our house, and we're super thankful that we're able to do it this way, because the thought to me of homeschooling our kids and then having to like keep the house show ready was just too much. So this way we get to get the house in order, and it'll stay that way for the most part without our intervention. So that's just where we're at right now. All right. Let's talk about what we're drinking.
you go first, because I went first last time.
Okay.
I think.
So
It doesn't matter. Go.
I've had one on the channel from Prairie Artisan Ales before, but this, guys, oh my gosh, this is called Millennial Mansion by Prairie Artisan Ales.
Bring it. Yeah, here.
So
y'all, this can.
Every little vignette in the
It's so
house
hard to see.
Is something that a millennial would identify with.
Google this can art, y'all. We're gonna the few that we know, because I don't know them all. This is Home Alone, because that's like the basement and the furnace, and right next to it, I don't know what this is exactly, but that's Olmec from like
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
This is Space Jam. It's the Monstars. And then there's some stuff that's not like movies. Like this guy up here, he's giving himself a bowl cut.
Yeah, that one was funny.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of stuff I don't know.
Tanning beds, yoga surrounded by cacti.
There's a shark swimming in a kitchen. I don't know what that's about, but
it's funny. It's great.
So look it up, and if you see anything on here, if you find it, tell us what you think about it, because I don't know all these references.
Yeah, there's like a basement with like a TV on a cart. Like they used to wheel into elementary school.
You think it's Poltergeist? No.
That's not.
Oh, no. It's just supposed to look like a school thing.
Yeah, it's like a school, like when it was like movie day and like the cart came in.
Or do you remember those?
With like a scooter and.
Do you remember those projectors that the teachers would have the clear plastic and they would write on it and it would shoot up and onto the board behind them?
Yeah. That's how I learned geometry, man.
Yeah, and algebra. I did algebra with one of those.
Yeah.
Mrs. Perkins.
Miss Wish.
Mrs. Perkins.
Shout out.
I just remember her doing
Shout out to our high school math teachers.
Well, Mrs. Perkins was middle school. But
oh, she was.
But I just remember.
She was a fan of
I remember the plastic.
They're like vellum sheets or something. Yeah. So about the actual beer. It is an imperial sour ale with orange peel, lemon peel, lime, blueberry, cherry, and marshmallow flavor.
It's real
It
good.
really tastes fruity, but you can get the marshmallow.
I want it again.
It's good. If you don't like sours, you probably... But he's not a sour guy, but he likes it.
Because it's the marshmallow.
Yeah, I mean, it comes through. It's definitely dessert-ish. Like,
yeah.
It reminds me of, like, berries with cream.
Mm-hmm.
But boozy.
Yeah.
But it's not...
Yeah, it's very... it reminds me of, like, whipped cream or something.
It's 7.7% alcohol by volume, so not heavy.
It's heavy.
Well...
7.7. It's heavy.
Whatevs. It's good.
This is only 5.
But this is 12 ounce and you're 16, so...
I'm just saying, 7.7 is pretty big.
Okay, we'll talk about your beer.
This is... I've never had anything from Terre, Haute Brewing Company, but we basically just were at a store and we did one of those make your own 6-packs, and I never had this. This is Terre Haute Brewing Company. Terre Haute is a city it's southwest Indiana.
Yep.
It's mid southwest. It's souther than central.
South central west.
Western. South would be like Evansville.
Evansville.
And, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's right there on the map.
There it is.
We got it more or less for the can art. It's called Alchemy 101, a guide to science and wizardry. Pale ale DDH with Sabro, 5%. It's got like a wizard guy, and it's got chemical-y thingies in the back.
Looks like his arm.
Yeah, and a lot of it is like alcohol groups. But yeah, I don't know anything about this. I'm going to read the can. Before the advent of modern science, brewing was considered sorcery, or at best an act of God. To celebrate that history, we introduce a new hop, Sabro, so it's a new hop. I don't know. Mystical in complexity, notes... Mystical in its complexity, notes of tangerine, coconut, tropical fruit, mint, and cream. Wow, I guess we got something similar. Will have you second-guessing modern science. I hope this is amazing. Brewed and canned at Terre Haute Brewing Company in Terre Haute, Indiana. I don't know. And our glasses aren't here.
I don't know if we'll get them here or if we'll leave them packed.
Sorry. Whoa.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I would not call that a pale ale. Well, yeah, I would. Never mind. It's definitely good.
That's smooth.
It tastes like... It does taste like cream.
Yeah, it's smooth. It reminds me of a cream ale, but much hoppier.
I'm down with the coconut.
That's good stuff.
Coconut. I'm getting coconut and cream. And the tropical fruit thing, because it's almost kind of pineapple-y.
This is much more tropical fruit than that.
I think this is kind of pineapple-y.
For sure. But they kind of go well together.
This is weird. This is weird. Get this. It's really good.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to look out for more from Terre Haute.
It's like, I like this because I appreciate beers that when you read the description, like if it says it's a chocolate peanut butter porter and you don't get any peanut butter, or
that's annoying.
It just tastes like a porter, like the Confused Dinosaur. That was a beer I think we talked about it before.
At Blackacre.
At Blackacre. And I may have said this already, but I appreciate it if the list of flavors that are in the beer are actually detectable, because that was like a banana chocolate beer or something.
It was like banana chocolate peanut butter.
And you could taste all of that. Like I'm getting like coconut and cream for sure. Mint, I don't know.
I don't know if I can't taste it because
maybe just
mine
like herby.
Is so sour that like I couldn't.
I mean, it's a little herby, I guess. So maybe that's the mint. It's definitely more coconutty and creamy. Since 1837. I don't know.
All right. So that's what we're drinking.
That's what we're drinking.
Who's talking stitching first?
I don't have very much. I don't care. I can go.
Go ahead.
Okay. This period of time, I don't have very much. But I said again, it's just been wacky and.
Busy.
But I did put stitches in. Most recently, I've been working on circus stitches to rule them all.
Mm-hmm.
My birthday stitch, that's Lord of the Rings. You're making noise over there.
It's my watch.
This is the progress.
Yay.
I put in, I think I did ring in. I've started the B down here. And I think that's it. But I was really excited because when I first started doing all these letters, I was like, I just did all these and it was really repetitive and weird.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I only have,
I see.
Yeah, I only have like 8 words left. I've got 1, 2, rule, all, 1, find, 1, and.
And
Yeah.
you're doing this
This is on
1/2.
1/2 on 36.
Yeah.
36
This
count?
is
Yes,
36.
36 count. Tin roof.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting good at this. Tin roof from Classic Colorworks.
Weeks Dye
Weeks
Works.
Dye Works. And it's 310.
DMC.
Yep. Yeah.
I really like Tin Roof.
Yeah, I really like tin roof too. I haven't done any extra stitchy stuff. It's just been this and packing and moving stuff and
yeah.
So I'm liking this one. I'm hoping to get the letters done, all the lettering done here in a little bit.
I was
and
trying
then,
to hold in it.
I know I do that like every video. It doesn't matter. It's always when I'm not talking to.
I made a funny face.
And then all around will be that Elven script, and I left it in the hoop, and I don't care. Lila Studios. Halloween Quaker. We're getting used to all of our spacing and everything here too. I'll try and show off the ring light again. Everybody seen it? But I picked up the witch again. I haven't done any more of the moon, but last time I showed the witch, I think I just had an outline and some feet. There she is.
Look at her. She's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
So basically these past 2 weeks, you've only stitched in 310.
Yep, and I'm totally fine with that. I like stitching monochrome, so yeah. But there's my witch, and I'll probably. This is so nice though. I like the way in this light you can tell like that those are all like different colors and
yeah,
yeah,
it looks nice.
So that's all my stitchiness. But I tell you what, I put this witch together pretty quick because it didn't take that long to do just a bunch of filler.
Her broom is cool.
Yeah, I think
that
the broom.
smoke?
That's smoke. The broom handle is smoke. The broom hub, I guess, I don't know, where all the bristles come in, is rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
And the bristles are it's called sassy brass.
Ah, yes.
I'm pretty sure that's sassy
because you
brass.
used it on her hat.
Yeah. And this is 32 count McKinney.
Yeah, it's an even weave.
And it's all called for. It's all called for. Everything's called for on
Not
that
your
pattern.
fabric.
The threads.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I'm missing on that? Because I thought I would pick up Christmas Quaker, and I haven't because I haven't. And in all the shuffle, I want to pick up the R1 piece again because our floss got moved around, and I'm missing one, and I need to just pick one and like add it to, like I need to pick similar color because I liked working with the Kreinik. It looks good.
It did look good. It came across well.
That is all I have.
Okay.
And Bowser. I got Bowser.
Yeah.
But he's like asleep now.
All right. So
Pretty
I
normal.
have.
You have all kinds of stuff, ranging from various crafty skills.
I'm learning a lot, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start with this, with my whips.
Are you going to talk about a finish?
I have
You have
two finishes. Neither of them are stitching, but
okay.
they're two finishes. Okay, so first, show you my progress on February. This is a Prairie year from the Prairie Schooler. So I started all these on New Year's Eve, working backward. And now each month I'm finishing each one of them. So to be honest, in all the shuffle, I kind of forgot about February. So this is all I have on February. But guys, I have like 10 days as of when we're filming this to finish these hearts.
Right.
Once I finish the hearts, the outside
18.
border stuff is not intense. So we're filming on Thursday. You'll probably see this Saturday. I'm hoping to finish it this weekend. So
I will be moving things.
As will I. But
oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, the next stitching whip, coming to America. I worked on this for several days where that was all I did was work on this. But then in the actual move from our house to this transitional house, I lost it for a few days. Turns out I just left it at the other house. So he had to go back and get it for me. But all is well. So I'm going to pick this back up. So here is what I've worked on. So I think when I showed this last, she wasn't done down here.
I feel like it was a long time ago, so I can't remember.
I think I was just working on the bottom of her dress and working my way up. But she is done, and there's her flag. There's back stitching that I need to do, like the handle for her flag or whatever needs back stitched in, and then there's back stitching for the white in the flag. But yeah, and then I've outlined down here, inside here, we'll have 2 more fish, and it'll say Plymouth. And then after that, all I have is back stitching and border work. And I did go with the K and the C down here. If you guys watched our last video, you'll know that I was wondering what to put there because on the chart, it shows that that's where Brenda Gervais put her initials. But I put my initials up in the hoop, and so I didn't want to do it twice. So I thought about doing 21 because here it says 2020, but then I was like, well, I'm going to finish in 2021, but I didn't really love that idea. So then I decided to go with KC because I stitched this with Kia from Kia B. So just Kia and Chelsea. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this piece,
I do like a simple border. I'm appreciating that it's just like a couple of broken lines.
Yeah, so up here I did the double, and then I stopped and just completed the inner. So I need to bring this double line, and then there's like a zigzag all the way.
There's a zigzag?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, that's still simple. See? I just thought, oh, that's fine.
In Mountain Mist.
That's fine.
So I'm doing this on 36 count vintage country mocha. And I'm using all the called for threads, which is a mixture of like everything. But I'm doing all the called for threads. So I started this on the start date, but I knew I wasn't going to finish it in the 66 days because when I started this, I had never stitched on 36 count. This is my first project with linen. I've never stitched with one thread. I'd never done anything, I don't know, most of my other stuff before had been freebie charts or like Lizzie Kate.
You never invested in one. And I don't even mean just like money. I mean, just like
a lot of time.
Like an investment.
Yeah. So this is like okay, I'm going to be a real stitcher and stretch my skills and do these things. And I've learned so much, and it's pretty cool because if you look at I started top and worked down. And if you look at my stitches at the top and then go look at the stitches that I put in most recently, there's a big difference in uniformity and tension. I mean, my stitches are always pretty fluffy. But like they're much more uniform there at the bottom.
I'm just staring at it.
Yeah. So this is something that I'll always be able to look at and be like really proud of. Like that's when I dug my heels in and decided that anything worth doing is worth doing well. So yeah.
Somebody should chart that. I'm sure it's been charted.
I bet. Somebody has probably charted it before. Okay, so I have a couple.
Is that all you stitched on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not home all the time either, so you're always working in between stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I did learn to crochet something. Ta-da!
It's a finish.
It's a start and a finish.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, okay, so got this on Etsy. The shop is Little Conkers. Conkers. And these are cleansing pads. And so this is like a little face scrubby.
Because we're tired of buying them.
Yeah, I like use those cotton wipes on my face at night. And so I've only made one, but I'm going to make a bunch of these and then I'm going to use these and you can just wash them because I bought 100% cotton yarn.
And those were cotton swabs.
And they were. So I'm making a reusable replacement. So Kia, she doesn't crochet a whole lot. I don't know if she used to more, but she knows how really well. Like she helped me like read the pattern and figure it out. So she's made several of these in the time it took me to make the one. But really this is about 20 minutes of work. And this is my first like real attempt at like crochet that's not just like a straight line. I think I crocheted you a scarf in college that my tension was so bad that the thing curled. And so he never wore it because it looked very feminine because it was like a ringlet. Anyway, so I made that and I'm gonna try and make a few more of those. And then behind Chris's head, I finished my little quilt. And
Sorry
it's
for
hanging
the
up.
shaking.
So
This is our setup.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah. So this is my quilt that, well, I mean, it's obviously like a table topper.
It's a thing.
Yeah. But I just quilted it in like, what do you call it? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. You did it.
Yeah. I just did, like diagonal lines in each direction.
Oh, you mean the quilting? The actual quilting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because
I already see it. You can see it on there.
Yeah.
It shows up.
Because I'd already made the top, but then we had to put the batting in and the backing. Yeah, and then I quilted it, and then I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do the binding. But I watched so I could learn. Well, I cut the binding and I pressed it how you're supposed to press it, but then I just watched the binding go on and asked a lot of questions. Right. So I'm already hoping to start a new project soon.
And we have our little aleandaida. I tried to point at the camera. I tried to point at the screen. We have our little aleandaida guy. and my little mountain.
Yep.
And that's a quilt from
that
your grandmother.
My great grandmother made that.
Yeah. So that's oh, I'm sorry. There's a lot of camera moving. I hope that doesn't bother anyone.
So this one you can see there, like it's very shredded. That's because it was made in the 60s as a wedding gift when my grandparents were married, from my great grandmother to my grandmother, and then they used that as their, like that was on their bed.
A used quilt.
It was functional.
Functional.
So it's been washed probably hundreds of times, and I know for sure that I've probably drug it around the house as a baby. But I love it. And so my grandfather, he was just going through some things and was like, if there's anything you want, go ahead and take it. And I found 2 quilts.
Yeah, there's another one. That's not hanging on that. No, that's just, you got a quilt hanger.
I'm not going to put it into the wall
I know,
here.
But I know, but you got a thing to also hang it with.
Yes. So they were both, I found them both, and I remember them both growing up. They're both very tattered and very loved and worn because they were very functional quilts. Like this one, you can tell she cut clothes up to make it. And then the other one, it looks like she took apart like a baby blanket, and it's like a lot of corduroy, and they're all hand stitched and lovely. And I love that it's up on the wall here. But my grandfather was happy to let me have them because he was like, well, if I don't let you have them now, like God forbid, if I pass, somebody won't know what they are and they just won't keep them. So, yeah, I have a little piece of my great grandmother that I never got to meet with me. She passed away when I was a baby, when my mother was pregnant with me. So never got to meet her, but now I have 2 things that she lovingly made. So, that is all.
That's all we've been doing.
Accomplished. So,
besides moving and everything.
Yeah, we moved, but I finished a quilt. I learned some crochet and worked on 2 stitchy projects and did not take a single day off of homeschooling.
I kind of like having Bowser. I kind of like the setup. Like, and forgive the camera wobbles and stuff. We're getting there. This is the first time recording here, but I do like having. He's right here. It's nice. He's not running around and everything. He's nice and warm.
Yeah, he's very content.
Yeah.
I do.
He's a good dog.
I had another whip.
Oh.
Guys.
What is it? Oh, yeah. See, I knew you'd done something else.
So.
It's fine.
Okay, so this is the Beth Twist.
Use it up.
Freebie. Use it up.
Use it up.
Wear it out. Make it do or do without.
I like the yellow fabric. I'm here for it.
That is 36 count buttered popcorn from Be Stitch Me. That this was not charted as a monochromatic piece, but I wanted it to be a monochromatic. No. So Beth Twist is Heartstring Samplery. So if you want this chart, it's linked in the description box, but just follow that link and you can download it. It's called Make It Do. Yeah, I mean, look at all the colors she used.
Oh, yeah. I bet it's pretty. Those are cool color sounds.
Yeah, pumpkin.
Sounding colors.
They're all the gentle arts.
Well, they're all folly, too. Pumpkin patch.
But this came out Earth Day of 2011.
No, but I like those colors, I mean.
Yeah. I think the idea was that she was using up a bunch of floss.
It would be wrong of me to buy floss to do that.
Yeah. Well, in that sentiment, that's why Key and I decided to use this buttered popcorn because
I like it.
No, I think it's looking great. And the floss we're using is a sulky.
I want to try those.
Well, I bought more.
I know.
This is color.
We didn't get to show it though, right? Because we hadn't got it yet. We didn't
I don't
show
know
it.
if it's gonna focus. No, I also ordered some silks that, I mean, do you want to run down and get them?
We're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I moved some of these to a project that I haven't, it's a restart, but I haven't restarted
People
yet.
will get the idea.
But what I did,
I disturbed Bowser.
yeah, he's unhappy. I got, these are the 2 packs that you can get on Sulky's website. This is their most popular solids. Did I take one out of here? I already have.
I think so.
Is that the same one? No.
He can sit up.
So, most popular solid pack. And then I've taken out of here too. This is their most popular blendables. There we go. So these were very affordable. That dog. His face melts when he lays back.
He's a good boy.
Yes. And like one strand of them is like the same coverage as, yeah, he's falling asleep.
He can lay down.
As nearly 2 strands of DMC. So it looks really good on 36 count when you're, he's trying really hard to stay awake. Yeah, so I got those. And here in a little bit, you'll probably see I'm going to restart a project with Sulky because I started a project.
Which one is that?
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that's what you pulled some for, right?
Yeah. I was unhappy with how it was going because I was stitching it on 18 count Aida. I didn't like how my stitches looked. My stitches were really inconsistent. I was still learning a lot, and now I'm looking at it and I want to start over and make it look as good as I know I can make it look now. So, that's where some of those are. And then I don't have all of them right in front of me, but I ordered from Hoop and Frame. These are Auvert à Soie.
Auvert à Soie.
Yeah.
Soie Prairie. Silk thread.
Yeah. So I wanted to try these. They're gorgeous. So this is the dust.
Sorry guys, we're getting used to this setup.
This is Dusty Rose. Those 3 colors in this pack. And something cool, I don't know if I showed you this. Each little pack came with 2 needles.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, and they're very sharp because when I opened them up, I was like, oh look, needles, and I poked myself.
I like these ones.
What are those?
The steel blue
Oh
line.
yeah.
I like them.
And then these are
That does look blue, kind of that silver. Well, a little. In the light, it looks more blue.
Yeah, and then these are the berry pinks.
But apparently I didn't grab them all. But I'm not running back to get them right now.
These are brighter on camera than they really are.
Yes, they are. They're more muted.
Yeah, but I love these. These are so beautiful. I don't have a project in mind for them yet, but I'm really excited to try them. So, there are those. And I was surprised how quickly Hoop and Frame was able to ship to me. I thought with COVID and everything, it would take longer, but it didn't. I have 2 other things that I thought I could show. So I got a little bit of Stitchy Kindness from Liz Matthews this week. She sent me a book of days. I was so excited.
That sounds like a spell book or something.
Yeah.
The Book of Days.
Kind of does. Well,
It sounds
it's like a classical education or a Charlotte Mason education thing where kids make a book of days. So, I've seen a lot of you sharing this, so I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it. But, so obviously I'm not filling in anything in January because I don't remember. I'm using this not to plan anything, but I didn't read like what you're supposed to do with it. But what I'm doing with it is basically what I've done every night since I received it, was sit down and wrote what I accomplished that day. So on Monday, I quilted my first quilt and cleaned Ashley's machine. Should we get into that? I can tell you. My sister died in 2017. Yeah, that was really hard. But I have a lot of her things. And one of the things I have from her is her sewing machine. I did not know that I was going to receive her sewing machine until like a couple of weeks ago. My mom was like, you know, we still have I was telling her that I was learning how to quilt. And she's like, well, I have your sister's sewing machine. Do you want it? I was like, absolutely, yes. I don't know how long this thing has gone without being used, but I was talking to Kia, and Kia's like, I know how to clean machines out. So she's like, you can bring it over, we'll get it all cleaned out, and we'll just see if it runs. We'll test it, and if it doesn't, she's like, I'll try and help you troubleshoot it, but if nothing else, we'll get it clean, so that you can, you know, when we get into our new house, we're hopefully going to have a craft room area, so I can at least put it on display and remember. Because my sister, for a period of, like, for half of college, her major was,
he's like turning around in this tiny little spot, and now he's settled.
She was a home economics major, and she thought that her plan originally was to teach home economics, like do a secondary education degree after she got her home economics degree. So she was pretty good on her sewing machine. But she shifted gears, and she became a social worker instead. But she always kept up her sewing. But I don't know how long before she passed was the last time she used her machine. But it had obviously gone untouched for at least 3.5 years. But Kia cleaned it for me, and we got it up and running, and I quilted that with it. And actually the thread that I used to quilt that was the thread that she had been working with, because it was the thread that was still on, like her machine was still threaded with that spool of yarn, and it was like the perfect match. Kia was like, if we had gone to the store looking for thread for this quilt, we probably would have walked out with that color. Like, it was that perfect. So that's another reason why that quilt is special, because we finished it on my sister's machine. So anyway, I wrote that down, that we cleaned up my sister's machine and that I used it to quilt my first quilt. And then like on the 16th, I finished the quilt, and I stitched on the Prairie Schooler and, you know, just stuff like that. But it's really gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. And I'm super thankful that Liz thought of me and grabbed one for me, because it had been sitting in my Amazon cart since the first time I saw it on Flosstube. But I decided, well, not this year, I'll just get it next year. But she sent me one.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Liz, so much. And then the last thing, Kia helped me make this. Fueled by beer and cross stitch. So this is one of my planners. I have multiple, but this planner is, so this is like my crafting, YouTube, and canning planner. I know that doesn't sound like they go together, but in my head they do. Like, I have a homeschool planner. I have a life planner where I put in like meals and chores and appointments. I was going to say important things. So they're importance. You know what I'm talking about, like a day planner. And then all my like creative stuff and extra things that I don't really have to do, but I'm trying to get better at. That's what goes in here. And then now I have the book of days where I'm going to put in like reflections at the end of the day where I talk about all the things I learned how to do. that makes sense in my head.
I think it's fine. You do.
Yeah. So what's that? 4 planners. But, well, one is more, the Book of Days to me is more of like a keepsake journal than a planner because I'm writing in it at the end of the day.
Very good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry. I think it makes sense in my head.
You're fine. We've been tired lately too. And it's kind of that time of the night.
Yeah.
So
it's about the time we've been going to bed.
I think with shuffling around and everything being different, I've been really tired.
Yeah.
And I'm not even doing stuff. I mean, not every day. Like I'm working, but
yeah,
not anything weird. We've had a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of snow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's not uncharacteristic
No,
for Indiana.
It's just we haven't had any until like now.
Yeah, it's like we've just gotten
bout.
a lot in the past like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, and that's nothing on all the other craziness that's going on.
Oh my gosh, if you're in Texas.
Yeah, that's...
First of all, if you're in Texas, like I pray you have power.
Yeah.
And
we have friends there and...
Yeah, but thankfully the friends we have in Texas, they live in Dallas, like in the city. So they have resources. They have what they need. But I mean, the things that are happening in rural Texas are just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So, absolutely heartbreaking.
Not a complaint. I'm just saying it's been a change of pace.
Yeah.
Because I know that it's not great in other places. And more places have even more snow. Yeah. Like Chicago. I work with a girl from Gary originally. And I forget what she said they got. They got like 20 inches of snow. Something absolutely just like, to me, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. We got 10.
I think total. 9-ish.
Mm-hmm. We're like on the border where I drive and where we're staying. It's like 9 to 10. Yeah. Or something like that, which is a lot for Indiana. But I feel like it's been not too bad here. Mm-mm.
There have been school delays and closures.
Right, but getting around hasn't been a problem.
Not if you really need to.
No. Mm-mm.
If you have the option to stay home, like right now where we are, if you have the option to stay home, you should. Mm-hmm. But if you have to travel, you're probably going to be okay. Yeah. Yeah, not at all like some places are dealing with.
Just be careful, everybody. Mm-hmm. Stay warm.
Yeah.
Do we have any fun questions or anything? Any fun? We're rambling now, but we've been doing that. I think that's okay, right? Yeah, if y'all get a chance to look up this can, tell us what you think, because I don't know. I didn't want to Google it, but I don't know all these references, if there's any like movies or anything. Somebody thought this was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That's what I think.
Was that you? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It might be. But let us know what you think. Anything fun? I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Just everybody staying warm. I'll be coming around spring soon.
Hopefully.
So, all right. That's it.
Yeah. Cheers.